Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of ETFs and uncovering which U.S. ETF has delivered the highest returns over the past 7 years. Ready to see some jaw-dropping numbers? Let's get started. Popular ETF, QQQ. First up, we have the beloved NASDAQ ETF, QQQ. Over the past decade, QQQ has delivered an impressive annual return of 18.3%. If you had invested $10,000 in QQQ 10 years ago, your investment would have grown to approximately $56,380, making it the top ETF in the U.S. But let's dig deeper and see who else made it to the top. Top 10 ETFs analysis. 10th place IGM ETF. IGM ETF, which invests in North American tech stocks, has shown a 10-year annual return of 19.68%. Investing $10,000 a decade ago would now be worth $62,800, a solid 502.6% return. 9th place FTech ETF. Next is FTech ETF, focused on U.S. IT companies with a 10-year return of 21.35%. Your $10,000 investment would have grown to $63,740, a 537.17% increase. 8th place XLK ETF. XLK ETF, which targets tech stocks within the S&P 500, has delivered a return of 21.36% over the last decade. This means a $10,000 investment would now be $64,800, translating to a 538% return. 7th place Basic Materials ETF. An ETF focusing on U.S. Basic materials companies has achieved a 10-year return of 20.5%. A $10,000 investment would be worth $64,540 today, a return of 545.39%. 6th place VGT ETF. VGT ETF, from Vanguard, targets U.S. IT firms and boasts a 10-year return of 21.58%. Investing $10,000 a decade ago would have resulted in $64,970 today, a 549.26% increase. 5th place XSD ETF. XSD ETF, which invests equally in U.S. semiconductor companies, has seen a return of 21.5% over the past decade. Your $10,000 investment would now be $71,000, a 610.72% return. 4th place PSI ETF. PSI ETF, investing in 30 U.S. semiconductor companies, delivered a 23.44% return over 10 years. A $10,000 investment would have grown to $82,140, a remarkable 721.913% return. 3rd place SOXX ETF. SOXX ETF, another semiconductor-focused ETF by iShares, has a 10-year return of 24.72%. Investing $10,000 would now be worth $91,600, an 816.67% return. 2nd place SMH ETF. SMH ETF targets 25 large-cap U.S. semiconductor stocks and has returned 27.18% over the past decade. A $10,000 investment would now be a whopping $1,017,100, a 1017.1% return. 1st place GVTC ETF. And finally, the grand champion, GVTC ETF, which focuses on Bitcoin-related investments. Over the past decade, it has achieved an astronomical annual return of 56.59%. If you had invested $10,000 in GVTC ETF 10 years ago, you'd be sitting on a mind-blowing $8,864,200 today, a staggering 87.64.21% return. But remember, while GVTC ETF holds the crown, it's a Bitcoin-related ETF and recently shifted from a trust product to a spot ETF, which isn't yet available for purchase in some countries, including South Korea. So, the practical top performer for many investors remains SMH ETF. Excited about these ETFs? Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest investment insights and financial tips. Leave a comment below on which ETF you think will dominate in the next decade. See you in the next video.